Good morning students. Today we are going to deal with the topic synthetic fibers and plastics. First of all, we shall see about clothes. Clothes play a very important role in our day-to-day life. Students, if you go to market, in shops, you will find different varieties of clothes. They are made up of different varieties of fabrics. Fabrics are made up of fibers. In your previous classes, you have studied about fibers and types of fibers, isn't it? In fibers, there are two types. They are first one, natural fiber. Second one, synthetic fiber. Natural fiber and synthetic fiber are the two types of fibers. Now let us see what are natural fibers. The fibers which are prepared from natural resources. For example, cotton, jute, wool, etc. are some of the natural fibers. Then what are synthetic fibers? The fibers which are prepared by man or artificially prepared by man, they are called synthetic fibers. Now let us study more detail about synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. They are also called artificial fibers because they prepared by man. Artificially they prepared by man. Next, synthetic fibers are made from different chemicals. So, the kind of synthetic fibers have their own properties. Synthetic fibers are more in length and they are long lasting. That means we can use them for longer duration of time. Students, there is one limitation of these synthetic fibers. That is, these synthetic fibers are poor absorbents of moisture and they catch fire easily. That is the one of the limitation of this synthetic fiber. That is, these synthetic fibers are poor absorbents of moisture and they catch fire easily. Now let us see how these synthetic fibers are formed. Synthetic fiber are formed by small chemical units. The small chemical units are called monomers. Now let us take this example. See, this is a chain. How this is formed? It is formed by the combination of several beads, isn't it? Now you consider this single bead as a monomer. Then these full of long chain, you consider it as a polymer. When two or more monomers are joined together, it will form a long chain that is nothing but a polymer. This is the formation of synthetic fiber. That process is called polymerization. What is polymerization? The preparation of polymer with the help of monomer is called polymerization. Now let us see the types of synthetic fibers. There are mainly three types of synthetic fibers. They are rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. These are the three types of synthetic fibers. Students, you have studied about silk, isn't it? Silk is a type of natural fiber. It is prepared from silk moth. Since silk is the costliest fiber, scientists were able to discover one more fiber, that is none other than rayon. Now we will study more about rayon. Rayon is prepared from cellulose of wood pulp. How it is prepared? It is prepared by chemical treatment to form a rayon. What is chemical treatment here? Chemical treatment means when cellulose of wood pulp it is dissolved in alkali, then it is passed through small holes, then it is forms one small thread-like fiber. That thread-like fiber is mixed with sulfuric acid. Then it forms hard rayon fiber. It is the chemical treatment of rayon. In this method, rayon is obtained. Next, let us see the characteristic of rayon. The rayon is an artificial silk because the characteristic of silk and rayon is similar. It absorbs moisture and it comfortable to wear. It can be easily dyed in different colors. Here dyed means we can put coloring agent, that is called dye. It can be easily dyed and in different colors. That are the characteristics of rayon. Now let us see the properties of rayon. First property, easily dyed and woven into clothes. Easily dyed means we can put coloring agent easily and woven into clothes. Second one, it drapes well, means we can fold the synthetic fiber, that is rayon, very easily, drapes well. Next, it lustrous in appearance, means it is shining and silky and soft in nature, just like silk. Next, it is a good absorbent of sweat. Next, let us see the uses of rayon. First use is, it is used for making helmets. It is used for making helmets. Next, it is used in jackets and track suits. In the preparation of jackets and track suits, it is used. Next, in surgical dressings, that means preparation of bandages. Surgical dressings, this rayon is used. Next one, preparation of nylon tires. Preparation of nylon tires, this is used. Next, in the preparation of furniture covers. Next, in the preparation of curtains and in dress materials. These are the uses of rayon. Next, one more synthetic fiber, that is nylon. Nylon was discovered by an American scientist in the year 1931. It is a kind of polyamide and it is a polymer. Let us see the characteristics of nylon, properties of nylon. First one, it is strong and easy to dye. Strong and easy to dye. Here dye means coloring. And second one, it do not absorb water easily. Do not absorb water easily. Next, it is elastic in nature, so it is durable. That means we can use it for longer duration of time. These are the main characteristics of nylon. Let us study the properties of nylon in detail. First property is, it is elastic material. Elastic means stretchable. It is an elastic material. Second one, it has high tensile strength. It is having more strength. Next, it is slightly water absorbent, so that easily it can dry. Next, it can be molded into fibers, rods, tubes, etc. Next one, it resists oil, grease, fungus, moth, etc. It is resist from oil, grease, fungus and moth. And it is lustrous and easy to wash. Lustrous means here shining, and it is easy to wash. These are the main properties of nylon. Now let us discuss about uses of nylon. First use is, it is used in stretchable wears. For example, jeans pants. Second use is, it is used in seat belts. Nylon is also used in ropes, for making ropes and reel thread, sleeping bags, raincoats, and in track suits, making saris, fishing nets, swimming wears, etc. These are the different uses of nylon. Next, let us see one more synthetic fiber, that is polyester. Polyester, what is the meaning of polyester? Poly means many, ester means ester bonds. It has many ester bonds in it. Alcohol and organic acid, when react together to form organic compounds called esters, which are polymers. What are esters? Alcohol and organic acid react together to make compounds called ester. Polyester come under the brand names of Terylene, Dacron, Terene and polyester. These are the trade names of polyester: Terylene, Dacron, Terene and polyester. Let us see the properties of polyester. First property is it dries quickly. You might have observed some polyester clothes, isn't it? They dries quickly. Next, second property, it is easy to wash. It is easy to wash. Third one, it does not shrink and stretch. Fourth property, it is having light weight and it is elastic in nature. These are the properties of polyester. Next, let us see the uses of polyester. What are the uses of polyester? First use is, it is used in making audio video cassettes, floppy disk, etc. Second one, it is used to making shirtings and saris. Third use is, it is used in helmets, protective sheets. In helmets, as a protective sheets, this polyester is used. These are the uses of polyester. Our next synthetic fiber is acrylic. Acrylic is a substitute for wool because the property of wool and acrylic are similar. The properties of acrylic and wool are similar, so it is a substitute for wool. Next, what are the properties of acrylic? First property, it is strong, wrinkle resistant in nature. It is strong and wrinkle resistant in nature, means it will not shrink easily. Next, it is easy to wash. Next, it dries quickly. These are the properties of acrylic. Let us see what are the uses of acrylic. Uses of acrylic. First one, it is used in knitting wool. Especially it is used in baby wears because it acts as a wool. Second use is, it is used in artificial fur, preparation of artificial fur and blanket preparation. Third one, it is used in automobile lights, that is a transparent type of acrylic is used in automobile lights and lenses and surgical tools. These are the uses of acrylic. What are the advantages of synthetic fibers? First advantage is, it is strong. Synthetic fibers are strong, so they take up heavy things easily. For example, lifting water from the well, we are using rope, nylon rope, that is very strong material. Next, it retains their original shape. Synthetic fiber retain their original shape, so it is easy to wash and wear. Third one, it is elastic in nature. It is elastic in nature. Synthetic fibers can easily be stretched out, that is elastic in nature. Synthetic fibers are soft. Synthetic fibers are generally soft, so they are used in clothing materials. Next, what about color? The variety of colors are available as they are manufactured. Next, cost. Clothes made from synthetic fibers are generally cheaper than the clothes made from natural fibers. These are the advantages of synthetic fibers. Which are they? First one, strong. Synthetic fibers are strong. Next, synthetic fibers retain their original shape. Synthetic fibers are elastic in nature. Synthetic fibers are soft. Synthetic fibers are different in colors. They are present in different colors. Next, synthetic fibers cost is cheaper than natural fibers. Let us discuss what are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. First one, it does not absorb moistures. Synthetic fibers do not absorb sweat, trapping heat in our body. That is, it does not absorb moisture. Next, it is rough to feel. The synthetic fibers are not smooth, they are rough. Next one, they catches fire easily. Synthetic fibers catch fire easily. Next, they cannot be ironed because they melt easily. These are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Next, we shall move on another topic, that is plastics. What are plastics? Plastic is a type of polymer which can be recycled or reused. Plastic is a type of polymer which can be recycled or reused. Let us see the types of plastics. In plastics, there are two types. They are, first one, thermosetting plastic, second one, thermoplastic plastics. First one, thermosetting plastic, second, thermoplastic plastics. Let us see one by one. First type is thermosetting plastic. What are thermosetting plastics? The thermosetting plastics are the types of plastics. They cannot be recycled or they cannot be remolded after heating. For example, bakelite, melamine are the examples for thermosetting plastic. This bakelite, where it is used? Bakelite is a type of plastic. It is used in electrical appliances. For example, in electrical switch, any type of electrical gadgets, for example, see this is a plug, it is made up of bakelite. Next, melamine, where it is used? It is a type of plastic, it is used in kitchenwares. For example, see this tray, it is made up of melamine. Next, thermosetting plastic cannot be molded, means it cannot be recycled once it is molded. Next, it is dark in color and it is hard and resistant to heat and electricity. Next, it is being widely used for handles of kettles and pans, cooking pans, in that it is used. Next, earlier black telephone sets and electrical switches, electrical lamp holders, pins and plugs, they were made from thermosetting plastics. Next, another type of plastic, that is thermoplastic plastic. What are thermoplastic plastics? The plastics which can be recycled or which can be remolded. after heating. This type of plastics are called thermoplastic plastics. For example, PVC. It is PVC pipe, that is polyvinyl chloride. It is one type of thermoplastic plastic. Next, what are the characteristics? They are not elastic in nature like rubber and steel springs. They are not elastic in nature as rubber and steel springs. Next, they melt on warming and regain their shape on cooling. They melt on warming and regain their shape on cooling. Next one, thermoplastic can be drawn into fine fibers molded to any desired shapes or spread as sheets. Next, some of the better known examples for thermoplastic plastics are nylon, polyester, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, etc. Now, let us see examples for thermoplastic plastics. First one, it is used in plastic table and chairs, plastic food containers, plastic toys, plastic spoons and forks, plastic cups, plastic daily use items. These items includes thermoplastic plastics. Next, let us see the properties of plastics. First property is corrosion. It resists from corrosion. What is corrosion? Corrosion means, for example, any metal when it is contact with atmospheric oxygen, it forms a layer above the metal. That is one example for corrosion. It resists from corrosion. That is the first property of plastic. Second one, it resists from high temperature. It resists from high temperature. Next, it acts as a insulator of heat and electricity, means it will not pass heat and electricity with that plastic material. Next, it is elastic in nature. Next, it can be recycled or remolded when it is heated. Next, it cannot be reactive with water and chemicals. Any of the chemical and water will not react with these plastics. Next, when it is heated, it becomes soft. When it is heated, it becomes soft. These are the properties of plastics. First property is it resists from corrosion, it resists high temperature, it is elastic in nature, it can be recycled or remolded. Next, it is not reactive with water as well as any of the chemicals. It becomes soft when it is heated and it acts as an insulator with heat and electricity. These are the main properties of plastic. Now, let us see plastic and environment. What is the relationship between plastic and environment? First one, recycling. Recycling of plastic is very important because it will not decay inside the soil. The plastic will not decay inside the soil. It will pollute our environment. So, it is called non-biodegradable material. What is non-biodegradable material? The material which will not decay inside the soil with the help of microbes or microbial activity. It is non-biodegradable material. Next, few years ago, scientists have discovered photodegradable plastics. that can be broken down by sunlight, but it takes very long time to rot inside the soil. Next, recently scientists developed biopolymers, biodegradable polymers. They rot very easily. For example, plastics made from corn starch which dissolves rapidly in water. This is the relationship between plastic as well as environment. We should keep our environment clean by using 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. In today's class, we have discussed about types of synthetic fibers, uses of synthetic fibers, plastics, types of plastics, etc. Thank you.